My comparison is how I felt, how I looked, what I was doing, what I was eating 1 year ago versus now. And that should be your comparison as well. We all have different ways of dealing with stress, depression, anxiety. For me, I eat my way through it. On 29 September 2018, I returned home on a wheelchair after 72 days in hospital. I was very happy, I was very excited. Finally, I was returning home. However, very quickly I realized that while in the hospital, I had doctors and nurses coming in and out and friends coming to see me. As soon as I got home, I was all alone most of the day, barely able to move, in a wheelchair, and I got very depressed. So I turned to my best friend, Ben & Jerry's chocolate therapy. If you get 2 pints instead of 1, it's cheaper. So I would get 2 pints. And I'd go through 1 pint every 2 days. And I was eating 2 to 3 boxes of Ben & Jerry's every week. It made me happy. It got the endorphins running. It made me less depressed. It made me less stressed. And I did this for 4 months. From end of September to sometime in January. For 4 months, I was having 2 to 3 pints of Ben & Jerry's a week. Don't get me wrong. I was also doing my exercises. I was exercising 4 hours a day. I was doing my mobility stuff, and I got from wheelchair to crutches to walking stick. However, I got dependent on this. I couldn't stop eating this ice cream. So much so I needed it. If I didn't have it every evening, or a couple of scoops in the afternoon, a couple of scoops after lunch, a couple of scoops before going to sleep, I would get anxiety and stress. At the same time, I was ordering junk food to eat. Every now and then I would feel a little bit of guilt as to my, the quality of stuff I was eating and the quantity. But I had justifications. I'd suffered through so much. I'll stop as soon as I'm better. I deserve it. All classic addict behaviors. Sometime in Jan 2019, roughly 4 months after my love affair with Ben & Jerry's chocolate therapy started, I looked at myself in the mirror one day. In July 2018, I was in the best shape of my life. In Jan 2019, I was horrible and bloated and fat, and I did not like what I saw. I was now probably in the worst condition of my life. Yeah, sure, I had an accident and I could hardly move, I had titanium implants in my body, etc, etc. But still, I realized I needed to do something. In the first 2 weeks after the accident, I had lost about 10 kgs. 6 months later, I had regained all of them. Muscle converted to fat. So I took control. Now, some people can go cold turkey. They're eating something, or they're smoking, or they're doing something, any addictive behavior, and they go cold turkey, that's it, I will never do it again. I'm not like that. At that moment, if you told me that I can never eat ice cream again, or even that I can't eat ice cream for 1 month, I would start getting palpitations. I would start getting stressed. There is no way I could do that. I know myself. So I decided to go from 2 to 3 pints a week to 1 pint a week of ice cream. Slowly, I weaned myself off. Then I came to a place where I said, okay, now I will only eat ice cream on the weekends. I started having cheat days. So on the weekdays, Monday to Friday, I would eat good food. I would eat healthy. Then Friday evening to Sunday evening, I can eat whatever I want. This resulted in me gaining some control. And I knew that, okay, once Friday comes, I can eat my ice cream, I can eat my burgers, I can eat all the fried stuff, I can eat all the cheese I want to. And now, 1 year after all this started, in Jan 2020, I have 1 cheat day. From Friday evening to Saturday afternoon. These 2 meals, I can eat whatever my heart desires. I can eat as much ice cream as I want to. I can eat anything I want. Now what this means is, I look forward to the cheat day. It is a guilt-free meal for me, and it makes me work harder, exercise harder, eat better during the weekdays. Now, There is nothing to be ashamed of if you're down or depressed. It's an illness, just like any other physical illness or injury. Talk to a specialist. Talk to somebody who's an expert and will help you in figuring this out. It's okay to have addictions. Everybody has some addictions. The important thing is that you control the addiction as opposed to it controlling you. For me, that thing is ice cream. And if I don't keep it under control, it can very quickly take over my life and I completely spiral out of control. Take small steps. 1 year ago, there was no way I could eat ice cream only once a week. But taking small steps, now I'm here where I'm much more healthy and I have some semblance of control over my eating habits. Once you start seeing the results of you gaining some control over your habits, it will motivate you to do more and more and more. Trust me. Be kind to yourself. This is a lifelong struggle. Sometimes you're doing better than expected. Sometimes you're doing worse than expected. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay to slip sometimes, as long as you get back on track. Now, people say to me, you look very fit. किसको impress कर रहे हो? किसके लिए जिम जा रहे हो? शादी तुम्हारी हो गया. Now, the question is, can I not do something for myself? When I look in the mirror, I need to see somebody I respect. I need to see improvement, constant improvement in all aspects of life. In my professional life, in my personal life, in what I eat, in how I feel, in how fit I am. Do not set goals to impress somebody else as the primary objective. Your goals must first and foremost be for yourself. अपने लिए कुछ किया नहीं आता, किसी और के लिए करना भूल जाओ. And finally, your competition is only you. It does not matter what other people are doing, what other people think about what you're doing. If other people respect what you're doing or not, the most important thing is you need to respect yourself. You need to respect what you're doing. And your comparison is yourself. My comparison is how I felt, how I looked, what I was doing, what I was eating 1 year ago versus now. And that should be your comparison as well. Have a great day. Looking forward to hearing from you in the comments.